Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going today? I am the Digital Ham, and I wanted to do a quick reaction video to the new Star Wars trailer. So I know that there is a lot of people out there that are just foaming at the mouth to see this movie, and I cannot blame them one bit. But before I get into the reaction, I wanted to state my side of the argument. So first of all, I am a Star Wars fan, been a Star Wars fan for a long time. In fact, that's my shirt. I wore that today. It's not, a plot. I didn't put this on as a ploy. It's just what I put on today. So I love the films. Love the films. But I say that in the tense of three. I like the movies, guys. I like A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Those are the ones that I can actually relate to. Not just because they were the ones that I saw as a kid, but because they're the ones that actually feel to me like they're Star Wars. Even though they weren't filmed at the same time, they have a Star Wars feel. The first through third did not feel the same way at all, in my opinion. I know there are people that probably disagree with this, and this is fine. I feel that there was a very big deviation. I know that the development of technology from the time of Return of the Jedi to Episode 1, there was a lot of difference, and there were a lot of things that he could now do, referring to Lucas, that would be more cost effective. CGI, is a very good help for certain things, but unfortunately there are certain things that it just massacres. And one is filling a movie with a frivolous amount of shit and CGI that is not necessary. And I feel like it didn't add anything to the movie, and I feel like it did nothing but take away from the movie. Plus, the little kid that they recruited to be Anakin was just absolute the worst fucking kid. Oh my god, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Anyways, so pretty much saying that, my biggest problem with them was the CGI factor. It lost all its tactile feel. It felt like you were watching something that was spent too much time on the computer screen and not enough time out on the set, in my opinion. So what I like so far from what I've seen from the two trailers that have been released, and I know that these are not, this video is actually not released in a timely fashion, as far as it's not like a day after or the day of, but I still want to get my reaction out there. J.J. Abrams has stated that he wanted to get back to physical props, and I love that. I think that that's going to actually close the gap between the old films, the originals, and the new one. Because you're going to get back to when you see something on screen, 9 times out of 10, it's actually real. Unless it's something that's absolutely retarded to try to recreate in the physical form, and then they just, CGI'd it. Not against that. I'm really not. But the Millennium Falcon is the real deal. He rebuilt the whole thing. There's an X-Wing fighter that was on one of the teasers that he released, and that right there just made me feel all warm and gushy inside, and I had a nerdgasm, and that's fine. So starting with the trailer it sounded like narrated by someone who sounded exactly like Mark Hamill, but not Mark Hamill now in the current time. It sounded like him from a long time ago. It could be somebody else. If that's the case, then they sound exactly like Mark Hamill, and it was really freaking cool. I enjoyed that. I thought that was neat to have a little bit of a commentary in it, and it's giving you a little bit of a tease of what the storyline might be. I will forewarn you, I do not know the storyline. Don't give a crap to know about the storyline. I want to go in blind as a bat, seeing nothing but what they've released, not going on these sites that actually tell you this is what's happening or this is what's might happen or spoilers, whatever. I don't want that shit. I want to go in blind as a bat, and I want to enjoy the cinematic ride of this journey that you're going to take through the Star Wars saga, a new chapter. So I went ahead and I watched it, and I loved that part. Of course, the commentary. The guy that has the sword that looks like a claymore, the claymore slash lightsaber, that's pretty cool. I don't know what it's used for. I don't know who is wielding it. I don't give a shit. I'll find out when the movie is released in December. I thought that was really cool. I thought the new adaptation to what the Stormtroopers look like is really freaking cool, which you got a hint on that in the first one, the first trailer that was released. And I also thought that it just looked like it was tying together very well. It looked like it was following a beginning and then a big eruption of action, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. And then of course, the one topic that everybody's going to hit on is the Chewbacca was standing there, Harrison Ford and Chewbacca. And I know that that's a huge hit, and I'm not taking away anything from that, guys. Please don't take this the wrong way. But that's not what blew my mind the most. What blew my mind the most was the fact that if you pause that as they're standing there and you look at the detail that's on the Millennium Falcon right where the ramp is, it's kind of like where I'm thinking they were standing, although I don't have very many reference points. The detail that was there made me like giddy. I mean, like giddy like a little schoolboy. It was just awesome because this could have been CGI and it would have looked good, but it wouldn't have looked great. It looked great. The fact that I know that they have a Millennium Falcon in full scale is kind of like that feeling like, oh shit, that's the bitch right there. That's it. That's the money. So if you were to take that clip, and this is what I've told my friends, if you were to take that clip and you were to transform it back into 1970 and put it in any one of those films, whether it be A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi, doesn't matter. It would fit. Yes, Harrison Ford looks older. Maybe Chewbacca looks a little bit different, but it looks the freaking same. It's cool. That's what gave me this feeling of nostalgia in my gut, that I was so excited to see that because, it just plays a big part in your childhood, and you just hope that when somebody takes this on that is not the original guy who came up with the idea and who was the creator of Star Wars, that, it's iffy territory. But after what George Lucas did with the 1 through 3, it couldn't get any worse, in all honesty. And that sucks, but it's a hard reality. He relied on blue screen and CGI, and that's great, but this is gonna be nice. I think that this is gonna be a real justification moment for a lot of Star Wars fans that have been out there for years saying the 1 through 3 was not a justification. We need something else that's better. And even though, and I'm gonna go there with this, even though George Lucas has stated, it's my idea, I can do with it what I want. I came up with Star Wars. I own it. I own the copyrights to it. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. You're right, Mr. Lucas. I agree with you. But when you put that movie onto that screen, it became everybody else's possession. People grew up. People get married as Darth Vader and Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker. And, people don't just watch these movies, they portray them in their own way. And it's a direct reflection of how people love these films. And for somebody to sit there and say, it's mine and I don't give a shit what you think, I'm going to do with it what I want, is, in my opinion, the biggest, most disrespectful thing you can do to film and cinematic lovers. People that love cinema and love film, that take it in and make it their own. It becomes part of them. It really does. It's just like a song. I can write a song and it's my song. Yeah, it was for a part in time for my life, but at the same time, it will become someone else's because they will adapt it to their life. And it means a lot to people. It really does. And you go to Comic-Cons and all these other things, and you just see how much people really, really do love this stuff. It's not a stupid, geeky, nerdy love. It's a genuine thing. So I take it very serious, and I know the rest of the Star Wars Nation that are fans take it very serious also. So that's my take on it, guys. That's my spiel. So I hope that you agree with me at least on 50% of the stuff that I said. If not, hey, listen, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and most of them stink. So I would really love it if you guys would subscribe. I have a lot of great viewer content coming out. I'm going to be doing everything from video gameplay to game reviews, where I actually go in and talk about in detail what my opinions are of these games, different stuff, tutorials, all kinds of interesting and fun stuff for you guys to watch. And most of it will be at a good length of time. It won't be super long or super short. I'll try to go into detail with it. And if you like it, subscribe. If you like what I've stated and you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. And if you have a counter argument, please leave it in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate it. And I respect everybody's opinion. I really do. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until the next time, I am the Digital Ham, and you guys have a great night.